Who is buying food from the dollar store? How are these stores being utilized by communities as a source for reducing dimensions of food insecurity? At a time when food access and security is on the minds of food system researchers, why has no one considered the role of the value market as an immediate alternative to food acquisition? Food activism in the U.S. has focused largely on developing alternatives, as I mentioned, but why must these alternatives be the ones that are prescribed and accepted? These activists have been heavily critiqued for lack of attention to issues of privilege, race, and class, let alone assuming they are wise enough to suggest what others should be eating. And of course, we know that these terms, such as food deserts and others, are heavily loaded and need to be unpacked. The food security activists used to draw our attention to spaces that are filled with lack of access, affordability of fresh, healthful food in communities of color. Okay, the problem is not always that food stores don't exist, it is that the food stores don't exist that sell the right food, because the focus is less on the actual structural inequalities and more on the food. So I'm concerned with this mission nutrition, which I read as save the black people, where more or less, too, is the discourse of choice in all of this. And I point to the fact that people develop strategies for making food choices, including sensory perceptions, values, money, convenience, health and nutrition, and others, in their own way. There are these hidden food spaces that really do serve, from my standpoint of sustainability, to sustain people culturally, socially, economically, politically. And that's one reason why in our department, when we talk about sustainability, we always have to introduce that fourth pillar. It's not the triple bottom line. It's actually more of a quadruple, if you will, bottom line. And you have to take into consideration those cultural elements.